Alrighty, so over the past 24 hours, there's been a lot of talk about Doctor Who and Ncuti Gatwa's future in this particular franchise. And I know a whole lot of people have been praying for this particular moment where the real announcement would be made that Ncuti Gatwa is exiting the show, whether voluntarily or whether he's being asked. It doesn't really matter at this particular point in time. People just want him gone. And a lot of people want Russell T Davies gone. And there is this particular story out there that is being talked about, especially in the last 24 hours, that has gone so viral that BBC themselves are now responding to this particular story. And why has this story gone viral? Well, it's because the Doctor Who franchise has been totally destroyed. The legacy has been destroyed. The character has been killed, buried, nailed in the coffin, and recently they've been pissing on the grave, all over the grave. So the story that I am talking about right now happens to be this one from The Sun. And a lot of people have been talking about it, irrespective of the fact that The Sun hasn't been all that reliable in recent times, or all that reliable in like ever, to be honest. But like I always say, every now and again, even a broken clock can be right. So, according to The Sun, exterminated, Doctor Who's wokest ever lead star Ncuti Gatwa exits after just 2 series, with show to be paused after ratings nosedive. And essentially what they've been talking about is that it seems like Disney is not going to be sponsoring this show. And we've heard things about BBC not being able to continue this show without the sponsorship or the support of Disney. Disney put about $200 million into these 2 seasons, as it were. And the 2 seasons have been abysmal. I don't think it has been a profitable return on investment, as it were, right now. So they want to change direction. Now, from my perspective, you would think that if they were going to fire Ncuti Gatwa, it should be from the perspective that this show has been totally abysmal in terms of rating. Because if you check the UK Doctor Who ratings accumulator, you would see that the ratings has been totally bad. I mean, it's been breaking its own record. It saw the lowest viewership for the first episode this particular season with 2 million viewers, and it's been getting viewership like 1.58 million, 1.86 million viewers overnight. 1.5 million has been the lowest of the low. So it's broken its own record 3 times in this season. And the only episode that had cracked the 2 million mark this season that went over 2 million besides the first episode would be the 6th episode, the Interstellar competition, which is last week, which they somehow tied it as an ad for the Eurovisions. They also used it to pay homage to Eurovision at the same time, and they were also hoping to have Ncuti Gatwa on Eurovision doing a jury announcement or some kind of announcement. I haven't seen Eurovision in a while, so I don't really know how it goes anymore, to be honest with you guys. I saw it last maybe 8-9 years ago, when I still had time in my life, but now I don't really have time. I work way too much, and there's way too many things to focus on than to focus on Eurovision. But it seems like this is the reason why Ncuti Gatwa's ass is getting axed at this particular point in time, because according to them, they said the news comes after Ncuti, 31, backed out of announcing the UK jury scores in last weekend's Eurovision Song Contest amidst controversy among some at Israel's inclusion. So because some people were unhappy with Israel's inclusion in this particular show, Ncuti Gatwa decided not to be a professional and decided, hey, I'm not gonna be doing this thing that you guys want me to do, which is a slap on the face of this exec of this show, which to me is actually deserved, because these people are idiots. They don't learn that when you take wokesters and you give them a platform, they're going to do whatever it is that they want. That's how it's been. We've seen that with people like Rachel Zegler, with people like Amanda Stenberg, with Pedro Pascal now. They will always do what they want to do, irrespective of how damaging this can be to whatever franchise you want to include them in. Now, a TV insider said bosses were incredibly disappointed. Ncuti, as the Doctor, is one of the corporation's most high-profile faces. His withdrawal was incredibly embarrassing. It caps what has been a largely depressing tenure in the TARDIS for Ncuti. Not only that, execs are likely to rest the 62-year-old show to consider who might revive its fortunes. Insiders believe Disney, which has pumped in millions, will not renew the deal. Now, one of the key reasons why I am actually believing this story is the fact that they are saying that they don't know who's going to be taking over from Ncuti Gatwa, and this has been a reoccurring rumor this entire season. I've been seeing a lot of outlets talk about this, that Ncuti was going to be leaving, and one of the key reasons they said was Ncuti wanted to leave because he doesn't want this particular job to tarnish his image so that he can get a better job in Hollywood, and that's why he's leaving here. But yeah, this has gotten to the point whereby BBC is now responding to it, and according to Radio Times, is Ncuti Gatwa leaving the Doctor Who franchise? Speculations about series future explained, and the explanation is short and simple. RadioTimes.com says this is from the BBC execs. So in response to the report, a BBC spokesperson told RadioTimes.com, whilst we never comment on the future of Doctor Who, any suggestions that Ncuti Gatwa has been axed is pure fiction. But that doesn't sound pretty convincing now, does it? Because even Radio Times goes on to say this. That certainly seems pretty categorical. It doesn't confirm that Ncuti Gatwa isn't leaving the show, but does not make it clear that he definitely has not been axed. So not even Radio Times believe them, and neither do I. And so I think I can actually start bringing out my banjos and start doing my victory laps and dancing or whatnot, because whether we like it or not, this rumor has been so strong that, yeah, it just seems like at this particular point in time, Ncuti Gatwa is all but gone from this particular show, and it will be good riddance to absolutely bad rubbish. And they, BBC as well as Disney, deserve every single thing that they are getting regarding this show, although it is a shame that it might just be this Eurovision thing that was the nail on the coffin that actually led to Ncuti Gatwa leaving, rather than it being a terrible show to start with, because if that's the case and they didn't kick him out because of the ratings, then do not expect for them to actually go back to making this show the way that the fans wanted it to be made in the first instance. But these are my thoughts regarding this particular story. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, ding that bell for notification, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care, peace, and science out. Bye-bye now.